Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. I'm G and this is G's Nail Spot. And don't forget, if you like this video, to hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos from me, and the notification bell because that will remind you when I upload. So I'm just doing a very quick set this week for me to wear. And I was fancying some red and black nails. I don't know why, I just fancied red and black. And this is the nicest red colour. It's a Born Pretty colour. Everything I use in this video will be linked below in the description box. So all the products, all the Born Pretty products. And don't forget, I am an affiliate for Born Pretty. So if you like any of these products or you want to go and buy something from Born Pretty, if you click on my affiliate link, it will take you straight to the website and you'll get 10% off everything. So why wouldn't you want a juicy little discount if you want to buy yourself some new nail products? Anyway, as you can see, I'm putting a grey on here. So these are both colours from the Silky White series gel polishes at Born Pretty. And here they are with two coats. So we've gone grey and we've gone red. I'm taking the index finger and the pinky finger because we're going to add a little bit of interest to these. They are going to have some stamping on, but I wanted them to have a little bit more of an interesting background. So I've got some of this red metallic foil. This stuff looks amazing, can be tricky to use because it sticks to everything. It's really kind of delicate and fragile, but it looks amazing. And I've not put anything on this nail, so the only thing that this foil is sticking to is the sticky tacky top layer of the gel polish. I've not needed to put anything else on. This foil is so sort of delicate that it will just stick to the slightest bit of tackiness. So I'm just dabbing that on down the middle of the nail. I'm concentrating it down the middle of the nail, and as you can see, that's just giving it a really nice metallic red shine down the middle of the nail. So this time I picked up a bit that was way too big, as you can see there. So I'm faffing around with that because I didn't want that whole chunk. I wanted it to be little chunks of foil on the nail. So I'm trying to get it off now without it sticking. There we go, achieved it. And I've just broken it up a bit and I'm putting it back on in some slightly smaller pieces, although it does seem to have gone a bit chunky, but that's fine because it looks fine when I finish the design. So I'm tapping it on with a wax pencil and then I'm using my finger just to press it down so that it's totally stuck to the nail. So you can see how easily it just sticks to everything, this foil. Like I say, I love it, but it gets everywhere and it like gets a static about it as well, so it clings to things. But anyway, that's the finished nail. That's what it looks like with the foil on. So now we're going to go in with some stamping. I'm using the Universal Studios Monsters. This is the Dracula plate number 4. This is MoU London stamping plates. They did a whole set of the Universal Monsters. I absolutely love them with all the classic horror creatures. So Dracula plate, because this is a bat themed set, there's some really cool bats on here as well that I'm going to use later. But this is like a Baroque fancy Gothic pattern that I've just popped on top of that red metallic flaky stuff, and it looks pretty effective. To be fair, the camera doesn't do it justice. It's really hard to see. You'll see it better in the photos right at the end of this video that I show you when I'm wearing these nails, but that's what we have so far. So we've got the index finger and the pinky finger done. Let's move on to the other 3 nails. So first I've got to give them a matte top coat because I'm going to be using some pigment powder, guys. So it's, I was going to say it's going to get messy, but I think I've got better at using pigment powder. I don't seem to get it literally everywhere anymore, although it still ends up all over my gloves. So I guess I'm always going to be a mucky pup when it comes to pigment powders. Those last 3 nails, they've all been matte top coated. There you go. They kind of look nice. You guys know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I'm not that into matte. I'm more of a shiny girl, but I actually don't mind the matte on the red and the grey. Anyway, back to the pigment powder. It's Chameleon pigments that I use. I love their powders, and this is Midnight Black. And all I'm doing is I'm taking a fluffy brush and I'm just going to put the black pigment on the tip of the nail, so like a French tip, but I'm doing it reverse, so I'm doing it in black. And I'm concentrating the powder on the very, very tip, so it's the darkest, most pigmented part, and then just giving it a slight fade by tilting the brush slightly as you go up the nail to sort of give it a soft edge rather than a blunt edge onto the nail. And I do that with both, as you can see. And yeah, I'm not getting it too messy, although yeah, it's all over my all over the gloves. You can't help it, it's powder. It just, you know, it goes where it wants, it falls where it likes. But I love how these look. I'm loving the black tips on the grey. So now I'm going to pop some stamping on that grey space above. So this one's going to have a Gothic bat. I love that little guy. A really old school traditional Gothic Dracula bat. And then the other one is going to get the other group of bats because this is the thumbnail, so it's slightly larger, so we need a bit of a bigger stamp for this one with the bat theme. And you've got a whole group of bats going out for the evening, going about their business. But it kind of looks cool because it looks like they're kind of flying out of that dark black tip. So these worked out really well. But as you can see, they are matte, and we'll come back to that in a minute. But we're going to the middle now because all I'm going to do is give this one a black tip as well, using exactly the same technique. And like I say, I use the matte because the pigments go on much easier if you've got a matte surface. I find it more difficult if it's shiny or tacky, you just can't get the same effect. Now, here's an old base coat. I'm not even sure what the make is of that, but anyway, I'm using it because I don't want the matte look anymore. So I'm very carefully popping some base coat on the stamp designs and then putting it on the black powder at the bottom, because if I did it the other way around and dragged it up, it would pull the powder up and it would also pull the powder off. So you've got to be really, really careful with this. But I need to do it because I want them to be shiny, not matte, because we're going to put something else on in a minute. And it is this, the Thermochromic Gel Polish by Urban Graffiti. And this is a black polish, it's called Flipside. And it goes on black when it's cold, but when it warms up, it goes clear. Hence why I'm painting over those designs. So they're not gone forever, don't worry. They will come back under heat. So when it warms up, there you go. They've just come out the lamp, I've cured them. As you can see, the designs are coming through, but they're already starting to cool down because the lamp is very quick heat. So you can see they're a bit patchy because they're starting to cool down very quickly. We'll go back to those. So I'm popping some bling on the middle nail here. I'm using quite a big black triangle gem. I thought, yeah, let's go crazy on this one. Let's get some real bling going. So I've stuck that on with some Born Pretty glue. I love this glue because it's thicker, it's not runny, so things aren't moving around too much, because now I'm going to use these chrome black caviar beads and just put a line of those around that triangle gem. And like I say, because the Born Pretty rhinestone gel glue is nice and thick, they don't start running all over the nail. They kind of stay where they are until it's cured. So that is so much more helpful when you're doing a design like this with caviar beads and crystals. So I would definitely recommend some of that glue if you do a lot of crystal work, you use a lot of caviar beads, you know, you do little intricate patterns like this. I'm just popping a red and a crystal gem on the bottom of that triangle just to finish it off. And as you can see, they're not running anywhere, but I'm just popping a little bit more base coat on there because I made a bit of a mess with the glue. So a little tip is if you use a base gel and just pull it down, it will move that glue away and not leave it all lumpy bumpy and nasty when you're putting the top coat on. So here is the final designs, all done and dusted, short and sweet and easy to do, but so effective. I love how these have turned out. I'm just going to pop a Born Pretty Super top coat on there because it's super shiny, super adorable, and it will seal all those designs in. Don't forget, guys, to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and the subscription button. It doesn't cost you a penny, but it really supports my channel and I really appreciate it. So here you can see they've just come out the lamp and those designs have been revealed again. Stay tuned to the end to see the photos of me wearing them when my hands are hot and my hands are cold, because the designs show up differently. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.